Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. And if you are not part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can join the Raven family. And if you hit that notification bell, it will notify you when new things go live on the channel. Welcome back to our Crybaby Whims story, and let's go ahead and jump in and see what our family's up to today. So as you can see, we are just picking up right where we left off, and Cassiopeia is upstairs taking a little bit of a nap. We have Elias at work, and Tevin is just gonna go and have a little bit of communication with his teddy bear while Carina's downstairs dealing with some computer work. Is Tevin not just the cutest thing you have ever seen in your bloody life with the makeup on his face? I mean, oh my gosh, so cute. And also, he is a wild child, so I mean, right now he's supposed to be naked and he's, you know, got on some kind of weird outfit, but I mean, we'll overlook that. But he's going to go ahead and get himself a little bit of rest because he is a little bit tired. So we will allow him to do that. So he and Cassiopeia are just going to have themselves a little bit of shut-eye, and that's just going to leave Carina up. And what is she up to? Who knows? Last we checked, she was having a little bit of a temper tantrum on the computer. She's got herself a little bit of a temper. She has had a little bit of a temper since she was a little girl, as we know, and she is an evil sim. So she's just having herself a little bit of a bath. She is feeling quite uncomfortable and she is tired. So once she has a bath, she's probably going to head on off to bed as well. It is only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but everyone seems to be quite tired, so I will let her go ahead and get some rest as well. And then we will fast forward on through and wait for Elias to come on back to the house. Okay, so Cassiopeia has woken up and she is feeling a little bit hungry, but first and foremost, she's like, you know what I need to do? I need some basketball in my life. So she's come out here big and pregnant, and she's decided she needs to play a little bit of basketball. Actually, what I think you need to do is go in here and get yourself something to eat because you're actually quite hungry. So we're going to queue up for her to get herself some leftovers so that she can get something in that belly and feed that little baby in her, because as we well know, this is her third pregnancy and we want her eating. So she's just gonna have herself a bite to eat here. Elias is still at work. Both of the kids are upstairs having themselves a bit of a nap, and she is just getting herself some food in her belly. She's like, yeah, that's good. That is so good. I can't believe that I made that. Like, my cooking is getting so much better. Oh, her allergies are really giving her a time. And it looks like Tevin also is kind of hungry, so we'll go ahead and we will get her to get some food for Tevin and just go ahead and get him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and we'll get him down here into the high chair and get him fed as well once she's done with her meal. And she's just taking her sweet little time eating her meal because he's still asleep. So, all right, go ahead and get his. She's like, no, I have to clean up after myself first, and then I will get his peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I will get it put away onto his little high chair there, and then I'll go up and I'll grab him. Well, you didn't do that, though. You really do need to do that. Okay, so she went to the washroom and washed her hands. He is up now, and he is hungry, I believe, so you need to go ahead and get his food ready for him. Okay, go up there and get him. Oh, she's really not feeling well. Okay, so Tevin is up and he is like, I am ready to eat, Mama. And she's like, okay, I need to go get my boy. But she's also really, really sick, so I'm going to go ahead and schedule her an appointment for well, I'm going to schedule them all a sick visit because they're all sneezing and carrying on. So we'll get them all on a visit for the doctor. But you need to... What are you doing? Get in a bath. Okay, Tevin, just come on down. He's like, no, forget about it. I'm just going to go down and get myself my sandwich. Oh, she's clean in the tub. Okay, well that was obviously more important than feeding your kid. Priorities, Cassiopeia, priorities. She's like, this was a priority. Look at how nasty this tub is. I can't bathe in something that looks like that. And look at him. He's like, all I wanted was my food. So he's just toddling over there to get his sandwich, helping himself, being Mr. Independent because Mom is too busy washing the bathtub. All right, we're going to send them alone to their appointment. And now that he finally got his sandwich, everyone's going to leave and he's not going to be able to eat the bloody thing. That poor little bean. And he's just starving to death. By the time he gets over to that couch, they're going to be like, oh, send him to daycare. Yep, see? Poor little thing. All right, everyone's off to their appointment. And Elias has just returned home from work, which means that little Tevin is now returned from daycare and he can finally eat that bloody sandwich that his mom made him. And now I'm going to send Elias to his appointment and poor Tevin is going to go right back to daycare. So, yeah, he can't catch a break, that little Tevin. He really can't catch a break. Mind you, here we go. He was going to come in. Elias was going to come in and he was going to feed Tevin. But Tevin's like, no, Dad, I've got a sandwich right here Mom gave me. So he's going to grab the sandwich and he's going to try to toddle back over to the couch to eat it. But then I'm fairly certain right about the time he gets over there, it's going to be his appointment for Elias, and Tevin's not going to be able to have time to eat that sandwich yet again because they're going to want to send him off to daycare. Yep, I knew it. So Elias is going to go down the stairs because he had gone up to go to bed because he is straight up shattered. But he's going to come back down and go on off to his appointment. And it looks like we have Carina that has returned back home from her appointment, and she has been diagnosed with the heraldings of a cold. So she is going to need to get some medication. So once Cassiopeia has arrived back home from the doctor's appointment, I will have to send her back out so that she can get medication for everyone. But I will wait for Elias to get back home before I do that. That way I don't have to just send everybody back out again. So it looks like Dad is wanting to come over to visit, so we're going to let him go ahead and come on over. And Cassiopeia is just fixing the dollhouse, and she's going to go have herself a little bit of a nap because she is not feeling well. She's got a cold, she's pregnant, and Elias is home, but he has passed out because he also is straight shattered. And for whatever reason, it doesn't look like his health visit worked out very well for him. It's not even showing that he went. So it does look like Cassiopeia just has a common cold. So for her, she just needs to have plenty of rest, and she needs to take her allergy meds. But I will go ahead and send them back over to the clinic so that she can get medication, especially for Carina, and allergy meds for herself. And unfortunately, Elias is not, for whatever reason, his appointment didn't work out as planned. So we won't be getting him any medication or anything like that today. But I will get what needs to be got for the girls. So once Cassiopeia wakes from her nap, we will definitely go ahead and do that. But she got the heraldings of a cold, so she does need some cold medication for that. Carina has been diagnosed with a mild case of heraldings of a cold. She needs to rest and take the cold and flu medication. And yeah, it didn't work for Elias. I don't know why, but that's okay. It's probably just because he was so tired that he probably passed out and never even made it. And come on, Tevin, I don't know why you're outside, but Daddy's going to take you in. Look how tired he is. So he's going to carry him in, but then he needs to go ahead and go to bed. And we're going to take Carina I'm sorry, we're going to take Cassiopeia over here to the clinic. Okay, we have arrived back after getting all of the medication, and I'm just going to go ahead and give Carina the medication that she needs for her cold. And then the girls can take their medication so that they'll be able to feel better. And everyone needs to go ahead and get their needs taken care of. So going to the washroom, eating, bathing, sleeping, and all of that, because it is 10 o'clock at night. So I am going to go ahead and let everyone get their needs up to where they need to be, put everyone to bed, and I will check back with you guys in the morning. Okay, it is about 6 o'clock in the morning, and Cassiopeia is up, and she has opted for cake for breakfast. It is LLamapalooza today, and while everyone should probably celebrate, it is also the day that she is going to be most likely going into labor. She is in her 3rd trimester, and she is about to burst. So I don't know that they will be celebrating today. They could invite over the family, but I don't know if we're going to be having anyone over today or not, just because everyone is kind of feeling poorly with the colds that they have, and so we may just go ahead and celebrate by ourselves. Generally on LLamapalooza, everybody would travel somewhere and listen to music and enjoy the music festivities and things like that. But it is a rainy, overcast kind of day, and they already all have colds. So I think I'm just going to allow them to stay in. They can enjoy drinks here at the house. They can turn on some music here at the house as well. We can't really have a fire because it is raining. So there's not really a whole lot they can do as far as LLamapalooza goes today, but they can try to do some music festivities here at the house. So that's probably what we'll do. Now, I am going to go ahead and get Elias to continue working on his logic for his aspiration, because as we know, he does need to do that not only for his aspiration, but I do think it also helps with his career. And we are going to go ahead and get Cassiopeia to go ahead and never mind, Elias is going to handle it. And she's like, you know what, that's fine. I'm pregnant, I'm huge, I don't feel good. If you want to deal with it, then you can deal with it. That's perfectly fine with me. So she's gone ahead and taken her medication, which has helped a little bit. And we'll get Carina to take hers as well. And as you can see, Cassiopeia is straight up just about to burst. She's like, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna punch this punching bag. I need to blow off some steam. Or not. She's gonna get him out of the high chair, I guess. Since Dad's busy. She's like, come on, Tev, let's get you out. There we go, big guy. Oh. She's like, Mommy's ears are really bothering her. This cold is just really taking its toll on me. She's like, do you want to read a book? He's like, yeah, we can read, Mom. She's like, well, let's do that then. Come on. Let's go over here and read. And he's just using his diaper. So we love that for us. She's like, come on. Come along on over here. And of course, he's not listening. Tevin's just like, I don't actually want to listen to a book right now, Mom. I don't actually need a story. Carina's like, happy LLamapalooza, Mom. So they're just chatting, and she's like talking to her about her new room, and she's just like, Mom, I really appreciate the fact that you let me move into the new bedroom and I'm not having to sleep in there with Tev. But, like, I really think that I need some more things for my room. Is there any way that we can afford to get me some stuff? Like, I'd like my own space with lots of things. Like, all of my friends have things in their room, and I just have a bed and a dresser. And she's like, honey, I understand. And when we get some extra money, I will definitely get you some things for your room. I know you want things. It's in the budget. And she's like, in the budget? What does in the budget mean? all you want to do is keep having more babies when, how am I supposed to be in the budget? And she's like, Carina, it's in the budget. In the budget. That's ridiculous. And it stinks in here. Why don't you change his diaper? I'm gonna go tear up his dollhouse. How about that for being in the budget? Okay, Tev, let's go ahead and go have a bath, shall we? And Tev's like, no, I don't. Okay, Mom, let's go have a bath. So Cassiopeia is just gonna go and she's gonna give Tev a bath because he has a stinky diaper on. And of course Elias is like, I could have done that, honey. And she's like, it's fine, Elias, I've got it. And he's like, well, honey, like, really? And she's like, I said I've got it, Elias. And he's like, okay, that's fine. She's like, why don't you go ahead and get some clothes on, love? And he's like, very good, very good. So we're just going to go ahead and give sweet little Tevin a bath here. And as you can see, she is huge and about to pop this baby out. Like, I mean, she's massive. She could go at any time. And I'm telling you, like, it is seriously storming out here on our lovely LLamapalooza day. Elias is just upstairs being a plumber because, I don't know, maybe the storm has bursted the pipes. But now Tevin is thinking about his dollhouse, but I'm fairly certain that his sister wrecked it. So hopefully she didn't. Look at her. She's like, I'll never tell. I probably did, but I'll never tell. Could you get out of the bathroom? I have to pee. And she's like, actually, I have to pee, and I'm bigger than you. Literally, in all forms. Height, width. I win. So, everyone needs their medication. Everyone is feeling the cooped upness of this day. No one can go outside because of the storm, and I think everyone's just kind of feeling the day of being cooped up. And you know, she can't even go to the bathroom because we've got a mama in one and a dad in the other. And she's just like, I just need to go to the bathroom. Can someone please just let me go to the bathroom? And he's like, honey, I can't leave this bathroom right now. Do you not see that the pipes are burst and the place is flooding? And she's like, oh my gosh, fine, I'll go back downstairs. Surely Mom's out of there by now. And Mom's out of there, but Tev is downstairs playing in the bathroom. So I'm just going to have Cassiopeia come in here and make the family a meal. We're going to do a party size of chicken and waffles. That way everyone can go ahead and get a nice warm comfort food meal in their belly. And Dad has now completed the plumbing task and he's just cleaning up the mess. And so overall, I think the family is, you know, they're trying their best. They're trying their best. He's like, honey, what's wrong? And she's like, I have this killer headache I just can't get rid of. I don't know if it's the allergies or if it's just the cold, but I'm telling you, my head feels like someone has hit it with a sledgehammer. And he's like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. He's like, when do you think you're going to have the baby? Because, I mean, your belly is really out there. And she's like, honey, we've had this talk. I told you it's not nice to talk about a woman in her size. And he's like, I'm not being rude, baby. I think you're beautiful. I'm just saying that, you know, you look like you're about to pop. And I'm just curious how much longer it's going to be before you give birth to our son. And she's like, I don't know. These things aren't on a time schedule. Children come when they're ready. And he's like, very good, love. He's like, supper smells good. And she's like, it's brunch, but thank you, dear. So she's just going to go ahead and have herself some chicken and waffles. The others have been put in the fridge for some safekeepings. And Elias has come upstairs, you know, to have that shower that he needed after he, you know, got all nasty doing some plumbing. And she's just having herself a little bit of food. And as you can see, Carina is feeling a little bit smug. I think she's really, really upset about the fact that she feels put out, that, you know, she has to, I think she feels like she plays second fiddle to the other kids, right? Like, all of the stuff in the house is catered to the toddlers, and she doesn't really have anything in the house. And I mean, she's got the computer and she can use the computer, she can watch the television, but all of the toys and things like that, it's all toddler related, and I think she just wants a space of her own, and to be told like it's in the budget, while mom, you know, sneaks around with the neighbor, which happens to be her uncle. And, you know, not that she is really aware of that as a child, but she notices that, you know, things just don't seem to be quite normal whenever Uncle Greg's around. And, you know, I think she's just like, why do I have to be put on second string, kind of thing. All I'm asking for are some posters and, you know, maybe a craft table, or, you know, something, an activity table of some sort, something, you know, anything. And I don't think it can be very easy to kind of feel like that. And if you just look at her face over in the corner there, like, as she gives her mom, like, kind of that side-eye look, like, you know, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to walk away. I'm going to go get on the computer. I don't even want to sit next to you because I'm mad at you right now, kind of thing. You know? So I do kind of feel bad for Carina, because she kind of feels like, you know, cast out. Not that she is, because she isn't. She really isn't. But I think as a young child that has a little bit of an evil streak, I think she kind of feels that way. And truth be known, there's so much in this house that she could really be doing. There really is. I mean, look at her play those video games on that high-tech computer. She's not hurting for nothing, really. But I could see how she's like, you just keep on popping out babies. You don't have the money to get me the things I want, but you just can keep having more and more kids. How are you going to afford all of us? And Elias is like, you know, how are you feeling? How's your day? You know, you sure do look beautiful, love. And she's like, you've already told me that, dear. He's like, I know I have told you that, but I just want you to know that I just think that you just look so beautiful when you're glowing like this. He's like, I love you so much. And she's like, well, I love you too, Elias. What's come over you? He's like, I just know that sometimes I don't tell you enough, and I just need you to know. And she's like, okay. Are you feeling alright? Did you fall down and bump your head? He's like, no, honey, I didn't fall down and bump my head. I just wanted to let you know that I think you're gorgeous. And I think when you're glowing, you're beautiful. Tevin's like, do you want to do flashcards, Dad? He's like, yeah, we can do some flashcards, son. And then I'm going to have to get your sister off the computer because Dad needs to do some work. So they're going to do a little bit of flashcards, a little bit of learning, because Tevin likes to learn. And then he's going to get on the computer and he's going to do a little bit of work himself. And as you can see, Cassiopeia is in there and she's just, it looks like, cleaning up the sink in there a little bit. It's like, it's a tree. Say it's a tree. He's like, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to do flashcards. It's too hard. He's like, okay, come on. Let me put you down for a nap. Clearly you are having a tantrum because you need a nap. So everyone's going to go to bed because it is 5 p.m., which is very early, but everyone seems to be quite tired. So I'm going to let everyone go ahead and have themselves an early rest. It's been a rainy day, and you know how you are when it rains. It makes everyone sleepy. So I will catch back with you when everyone wakes. Okay, it is about 7:30 in the evening, and as you can see, Cassiopeia's up. She had to go to the washroom, and she totally just got walked in on by Carina, who is now traumatized. That being said, Elias is downstairs using the washroom downstairs, and little Tev is still in bed. And Cassiopeia's needs are really, really good. She got some good rest, but she's terrified from the storm, and it is still storming really, really badly. I'm just going to have her come on down, and she doesn't really have anything going on as far as her needs go, but when Tevin gets up, he is hungry, so we are going to go ahead and need to get him some food in his belly. So she's going to go ahead and give him some peas, and then we'll go up and we will get him into the high chair so that we can make sure that he is fed. She's like, oh, yeah. She's like, come on. There we go, buddy. Let's put you in. That way you can eat something. He's like, wait a minute. What is this? I don't want this nasty stuff. And she's like, Tevin, what in the heck has come over you? Well, that was what was for supper. So that's all you get. I'm not giving you anything else, sir. And he's like, that's fine. Dad will give me something else. I don't want yucky peas. That's gross. She's like, well, I'm not giving you anything else, so you can just sit there and think about that. Peas was what's for dinner. And you just threw it in the floor. And Elias is like, Tevin, we don't do that, sir. Why did you do that? And he's like, I don't like peas. Okay, well, we don't do that. So I'll give you something else, but we don't do that. So I'll give you some cereal, and you can have some cereal, but the next time Mom gives you peas, you're going to have to eat the peas. And he's like, okay, Dad. And he's like, okay, very good. And she's like, I can't believe you're catering to that nonsense. Elias, what are we teaching him? That it's okay to throw his food around the kitchen? No, it is not okay for him to do that. And he's like, well, honey, we can't not feed him. And she's like, I understand that we can't not feed him, but look at the food on the floor that he just threw all over the kitchen. I'm not cleaning that up. I just refuse to do it. And he's like, honey, I'll clean it up. And she's like, you're dang right you will. Never mind, I've got it. I can't sit around staring at it. It's ridiculous. I'll clean up the mess. It's fine. I hope you liked your cereal. But if you ever do that again, we are not having it. Do you understand me, Tevin? And he's like, I know, Mama. I'm sorry. She's like, that's right. And that's just really nasty, that mess. It smells really bad. Now Mama has to clean this up. He's like, I'm gonna go play dolls. Bye. And Elias is like, honey, you're certainly on edge. And she's like, yes, I certainly am. Look at me. I'm about to go into labor any moment. And I'm sitting here cleaning up split peas. Smushed peas. Mushy peas. Alright, and she's feeling a little bit hungry, so we're going to go ahead and let her have herself a bite to eat as well. And Tevin is not in a good mood. I don't know why. Probably because you got yourself in trouble for throwing food on the floor. Look at her look at him like, Tevin, Tevin, Tevin. You're supposed to be the good one. Carina's like, see what happens when you have more kids? Should have stopped with me. It would have been sunshine and rainbows. What about marriage and dating? And she's like, you can't date until you're married. You can't date until you're married. That's funny. Oh, man. She's like, what? This is not how this works, Mom. You have to date before you get married. No, you can't date until you're married, Carina. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? Just listen to your mom. I know best. I don't think you do, Mom. I don't think you do. Oh, he has teething. He's teething and he's had too much toy time, so he's angry. Well, that's just too much. Mommy can go ahead and give you some hugs and some love. Look at you pitch a tantrum. Now, I'm used to seeing that come out of Carina, but not out of you, Tev. And you are taking your sweet time eating that meal. She's like, it's okay. Alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Mommy still loves you. You just can't act like that, okay? Little Tev, you just can't. He's like, okay, Mom. She's like, you want to work with some flashcards? Oh, that diaper on you, that's nasty. Look at him laugh. He's like, haha. That's hilarious. Okay, so it is the next morning, and Elias is off to work, and there is a broken sink. So Cassiopeia is just in here, and she is trying to work on fixing it because Elias is off to work, and it is flooding the bathroom. And as you can see, she is being entertained by Carina, who's talking her ear off about cars. I don't really know why she's talking about cars, but I guess she's like, you know, into cars. And now we have, lo and behold, gone into labor, and she's all by herself here with 2 children. Tev is asleep. She's being a plumber, and she's in labor. And she's alone. Her husband is at work, so she's going to be in labor by herself. She's like, well, let me just go ahead and clean this mess up while I'm at it, I guess. I mean, good grief. I've been waiting for this baby to come, and now my husband's gone off to work, and here it is. Time for my baby to come. So we're just going to go on upstairs here, and we're going to have this baby here at the house. So Cassiopeia is giving birth to their 3rd child. She's opted for a home birth, and it is a boy. So let's go ahead and go to the wheel and see what we're going to be naming the baby. Okay, and we are going to be naming this baby Davis. So this baby's name is Davis Talbot. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a baby. And he is immediately starving to death, so we will go ahead and give him a little bit of a bottle feed. And I think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you are notified when another episode goes live. And I will see you guys in our next Crybaby Whims episode. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, Ravens.